Rise and shine, party people. You're in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Guided by voices, sort of in the house. Let me turn off the distracting and unnecessary background here for a moment. Boom, boom. There we go. Yes, very fair reason to not hang around. Although, I can definitely confirm from my experience of the game thus far that there's an extent, like there's some stuff that you will get spoiled on by watching someone else play, and there's some stuff that you just won't. Somebody sent me, I think Regodeath shared a clip with me of what happens if you have a physique build character and you're trying to get the giant racist to open the gate. Suffice to say, you can do it with a lot less intellectual involvement in race science. Hopefully I worded that vaguely enough that if you're still here, Guided by Voices, it wasn't a spoiler. This is a really cool game. Hello, Cedric. Good morning. No. I was not trying to persuade you. I do think you should leave and experience this game spoiler-free. I don't say that lightly because I would love to have you here. Okay, so some technical difficulties. The mildest kind of technical difficulties. I must have left my headphones turned on yesterday when I finished the Lolo stream. So my new headphones are dead, but I only found that out when I started. So I'm wearing my crummy old headphones, which almost wouldn't connect. But I managed to bully the thing into accepting these busted ass headphones. And here we are. It's Sunday morning. Let's play Disco Elysium. It's the third session of our playthrough. Okay. I'm firing it up. Pardon me. And any moment now, just waiting for it to load. Then I'll make it appear on the screen. Good enough. Here we are. Wait, no, okay. I was growing concerned, but it's just an evocative, slow build title song. We'll figure out the headphone volumes once we're in the game. Not sure if they're different because I'm forced back to the older headphones. This looks like it might be working. Okay, we'll adjust if we need. Okay, now for my own sake, give myself a bigger gameplay monitor. Okay, perfect. So, when last we left our hero? Well, last we left this dude, whose name we don't even know. I was getting involved in pretending to believe in race science. Yeah. He's certainly our protagonist. If not a hero. You know what? Like, I don't know. The version of this guy I'm trying to play, I think he does have a good heart, but I don't know. Because there's a lot of stuff he doesn't remember. You know, if Hitler bangs his head and wakes up with amnesia, isn't he still a piece of shit? Hold on. I'm being called to. I'll be right back, gang. Hang tight. And we're back. She didn't need me to do anything. She only wanted to talk to me to make sure there was coffee downstairs, which of course there is. I'm a gentleman. she she went on the assumption that I was going to have wound up delaying the stream again to 9:30 due to inability to get ready in the morning, but I didn't. I pulled it off. Quick disclaimer for anyone who hasn't been here for the earlier streams in this week. My face looks a little discolored, or if I'm talking strangely. I had a gum graft. I'm recovering very well, but my face is bruised, and I am trying to speak with minimal movement of the right side of my face. But yeah, so we're trying to pretend to believe in race science so that a giant racist named Measurehead, he likes the calipers, will get on board. So I can't even do that yet without kicking out my attempt to remember where I live. So I got to make a choice. And I think my choice is I will wait 52 minutes until this one completes, and then I will slot race theory into my mind. So what else can I do in the meantime? Oh, otherwise, I have a painful choice to make about an investigation where I have a pretty, I have a way to find out who is the lorry driver smuggling drugs, but I can only do it by ruining a new friendship with a guy who seems pretty good because I failed on a skill check to get the information out of somebody else. Oops. Rough stuff. Meanwhile, what's going on in here? Why did it tell me I have something new? I don't know. I have this white tank top, but I'm not really worried about my physical instrument. Ooh. I didn't realize I could sell the lieutenant's handkerchief. But I guess I can. Hey, Stimpinski in the house. Here we are. Commencing to walk around. Any new dialogue with you, mañana?
How can I help you?
No. I'm not going to beg him for money. Nice. Good swim? I went bowling last night. I was not good at bowling. But fortunately, I did get to beat Robert because he... I could have also intimidated it out of this guy, but I failed on that roll. Failed checks, which leave me in this awkward spot where my most likely way to get the information I need is, unfortunately, by pressuring a guy who has told me explicitly that we won't be friends anymore if I pressure him. I don't know what else I can do right now to get experience points. Maybe for a moment, maybe I'll do a little bit of just some desperate wandering. Maybe because if I could level up, then I could put something in to my check to try to intimidate the information out of that dude. Excuse me, lady in wheelchair.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Ooh, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Good, good. Getting that range of motion functioning again. Oh, I'm no Sweetie. Come on, look at me.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh, chin, yeah. Well, geez, that's, thanks. I appreciate it.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I
Oh,
completely forgot to
acquiring
introduce
that
myself.
range of motion. She slaps herself on the forehead. She forgot to introduce herself. Oh, so we don't know each other.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
I don't know if you've noticed, but like, Lena, because you just introduced yourself and your story to me. My story is I don't know what I am, who I am, or what I'm doing. You're right that I'm a cop.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox.
Yeah.
Surely things can't be that bad.
And it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. Imagine what I was feeling like when I woke up, my dear. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. I assume my movements are kind of wobbly.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
Yeah. I drank so hard, Lena, that I forgot literally everything.
Oh my.
Takes a moment to
You know
process.
where we are, right?
Yeah. The Whirling and Riggs cafeteria. Says right here on the keys. And also, like, it is 4 in the afternoon. I've been outside the building.
That's right. And where is the Whirling and Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
This isn't even true in my amnesiac state. But who knows what kind of information she could have. Probably not 25 experience points worth of information, but let's see. Honestly, Lena, I don't know dilly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you?
Her gray eyes widen.
Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
Yes, I'm sorry, ma'am. I've forgotten everything because I'm concentrating so hard on memorizing a detailed taxonomy of the races of man. A hierarchical taxonomy. Why are you wheeling backwards, ma'am? Where are you going?
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. And again, it's now 4 in the... I know the idea is like they expect most players to do this conversation in the morning at the start of the game. But I like this version, where the sweet old lady is regarding me with deep concern after I have like spent a work day being a cop and like going through the motions. Speaking of creepy people who almost certainly believe in Enlightenment era race science or a modified version thereof. Anybody see Peter Thiel's Crazy Pants Financial Times op-ed? We're going into weird times in this world. Oh yeah, I look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is.
It's
Yes.
the spring of 51. Although, to be honest, Lena, I could not tell you what century it is.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Well, thank you, Lena. I got a kind green ape pen.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Okay, I better not tell her about the not knowing which century it is thing.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy? Maybe? Like a shitty democracy?
Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is
She thinks.
market-driven.
Oh, well, when I said shitty democracy, I was thinking like, kind of like a managed type democracy. But hold on. Because this raises an interesting question, because I'm a cop. If there's no government, why am I a cop?
Oh dear.
She shakes her head, suddenly very
You're
worried.
doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Oh yeah, that revolution. Whew.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Oh, come on. You're a cryptozoologist's wife.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Okay, no. I do not want to hurt her feelings or upset her more. Yeah. Well, who do you think would be comfortable teaching me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Lieutenant, he doesn't mind at all explaining everything to me, right, Lieutenant? Right?
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Yeah, that's Lieutenant Kitsuragi's attitude. He's a good guy, though.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinaise.
This is like, I'm curious about Lena's backstory, and I don't want to be the kind of person who engages in conversations that are just all about me. I don't even want to be that in real life. That's the thing I struggled with for years. Being a charismatic and outgoing person who is not good at asking other people questions because you want to pry. And then people think you're a jerk who only wants to talk about himself. Okay. I got to run to the washroom, folks. Hang tight. I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back in business. I did get roped into a task this time. I'm playing in the morning because this is not going to be the long-awaited day where I get to do a big Disco Elysium session. Because we have brunch afternoon, proper afternoon brunch company coming over. Now, I did most of my housekeeping contribution yesterday. But it's not all done. I'm not going to beg her for money. All right. Nice to meet you, Lena. I gotta get going.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Hey, a successful interaction. So she suggested I find a rich dude. Whoops, wrong thing. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person? Rich people are educated. Now that's sometimes true. That's not universally true. Nor is it universally true that everyone who is educated is going to be a helpful or informative person who can teach you. But so it goes. Excuse me, sir. You have like a scarf or something on. Are you rich? It's all about money, you know. Oh, you're not even a named NPC. Not wasting my time with you. Hey, buddy, I know you hate me.
Can I help you?
Gart. Let me just tell him about my karaoke plans. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place
Yeah,
to shit.
hold on. Gart, can I get just a real quick short-term loan here for the exact value that I owe your institution? I can pay you back tomorrow unless I need another loan. Okay. I'm not sure what this refers to. But, all right. I've seen something here at the Whirling, Gart. A thing that I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain. Okay. The nastiest and loudest faction. Maybe Measurehead will be there.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
I don't know if I appreciate the emphasis I heard in your voice there.
But grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Man, must suck having to suck up to the Union just to stay afloat.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and
He runs out of steam.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Well, you kind of do. I mean, if it becomes relevant to the investigation.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need...
More tasks. More tasks means more potential to maybe get the only 20 experience points I now need to increase my... Is it intimidation? I'll have to go back and check. But if we can solve a task without alienating our new friend, I want to do that. Whoever this guy is, he's trying to turn over a new leaf. The lieutenant gives a nod. So how are we going to find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
He looks toward the
Men get
booth.
Hungry, even men on strike.
Yep, that makes sense. That's efficient, detective.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Gart, it's after 1600 hours, and the sign says reserved starting 1600 hours. Why is the mess hall empty?
Good question.
Oh, I was not talking to Gart. I was talking to Kim. Thank you, Lieutenant, for recognizing that I had a good question. Kim turns to the cafeteria manager.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere, or laying low after the, lynching.
Fair. There was that lynching. How's the volume? Let me know. there's a
Whatever
problem.
may
I mean, I
feel
assume
about
somebody
you,
would have.
He can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding. Go with it.
Yeah, I think I see.
Yeah. The Union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and now think they can hide out till it all blows over, and it's fair weather again in Martinaise.
Friggin' unions.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
I can do that, Stimpinski. Obviously. I have that technology. Okay, it's up. I'm not sure if switching... I can't see why switching the headphones would have changed it. Like, the ideal level in the mixer, but maybe it does. Okay. All right. I think you're right, Lieutenant. We're going to make their acquaintance. What else do I want to ask of it?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
That's for sure. All right. Hey, Gart. It is always a pleasure, man. Sort of. More for me than for you, probably. Great. Great. Is there anything new going on upstairs? We got 10 experience points in that conversation and new tasks. That's promising of the chance of leveling up quickly and dumping it, I believe, into... Was it authority I needed? Or suggestion? It doesn't matter. I can go back and I can check what the white check was before I do it. If it's authority also, when one of my things resolves, I'll get another point in it. Not that that lets you redo the white check. Can I knock on the door?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
No, I'm not alone. Lieutenant's right here. I'm going to swallow this sadness.
The door is closed.
Let's get out of here, Lieutenant. Is that nice lady I spoke to still here? Doesn't look like it. Should I go sleep on the floor on this door? That's probably not what that's about. What's this? There's something on the table. Okay. Can we... Oh, okay. Someone just left money. And listen, I am not the kind of prideful cop who doesn't scrounge for change everywhere he goes. Ooh, nice balcony. What's going on out here? I don't know. I gotta be standing here for the smell of the sea makes you dizzy. That's not an experience I have. I live by the sea. Ooh, a green shoe for my right foot. Gust of briny wind washes over me.
There they both are. Two identical shoes.
10
both
experience.
copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Feels good. Feels great.
Like two baby crocodiles.
These do not look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
That is a fair point. Inner monologue. All right. How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the
Morale
only good
up.
thing about you right now, truth be told.
Hold on a second. What about not just the shoes themselves, but how well they go with my flared disco pants? Okay. Well, we've gone from, I don't know, I might have to ruin my friendship because I can't see getting another level up to we're going to get this level up. We're going to do this the good way, maybe. Hopefully. Only 32 more minutes to kill before I free up a slot. And that also, maybe, if I'm understanding it correctly, you know, perhaps, chance. Haha, I got my shoes on. Composure up, savoir-faire down. Because savoir-faire is like your, it's sort of like a acrobatics type thing. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. My shoes are too fancy for cool footwork. But all right. Oh, this is such a good game. I know some people say like it's more of an adventure game than an RPG, but I think it's actually a really good use of RPG systems to tell a story that is like a type of story with a level of, you know, among other things like violence and heroism that is atypically low so far, at least for an RPG. Okay, let's go in the mess hall because there's clearly at least one dude in there. I can see his feet in my mind's eye. Oh, this is the kitchen. Well, I mean, Gart didn't say anything. Let's talk to the chef. Maybe he's...
thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Well, hey, he's doing it under the exhaust fan. That's cool.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec.
Garancy and Quebec. Okay. Hey, Lieutenant.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative.
No, it does not. It does not at all. Especially if the only words you make out, and it's not bracketed as it's not quoted as a phrase. I made out his family and given names at different points in the sentence. Hello, excuse me, sir. Do you understand me? And if you do you have time for a few
The man
questions?
puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
All right, I don't need anything else. Stay masculine. Smells like spices, alcohol, and tomato in here. That's real good. Lieutenant.
Yes?
Ooh, I'm getting there. The 41st sent me here because they're embarrassed by me or something, presumably. But I'll wait and see if I can get one more logic bonus somehow. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Yep, that's true. What's this? Love tester? Royal pinball machine, but it's unplugged. That's a shame. Okay. A little bit richer, a little bit wiser. Better dressed. We're off to a good start today. What's this sign say?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Well, I just don't see why we'd start doing this yet, so I shan't. Should I go bug Cuno some more? Is there anything new we can do with Cuno? I don't think so. I think I'm white check gated with Cuno right now. White checks are a good checks that you can perform again once you get a boost in the relevant skill. Yeah. Locked. I need more empathy. Which sucks, because empathy is my thing.
Cuno doesn't fuck.
I would have leveled up empathy next if I didn't now have this need. Wait, can we maybe get some information out of Cunoesse? Or whatever.
Cuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Well, no, I'm not, but you want to see how I can actually just take one step closer and I don't care that you're calling to Cuno?
Looks like it's time for me to go, Cuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Cuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
All right, child, just converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Oh, hey, that's inspiring. The kids are still into classical music here in the year 51. That kind of suggests to be 2051. Not that I'm saying that Snoop Dogg's artistic output won't last into the 22nd century. I mean, lots of it won't. Snoop Dogg has churned out a lot of albums, but I would say at least 3 of them are pretty great. Could stand the test of time. Doggy Style, if you can, with most, I think, early 90s West Coast hip-hop, you got to be able to just say, all right, that I'm not endorsing these views by listening to them. You got to be able to make that bargain with yourself. Sadly, I think Snoop Dogg's second great album is Ego Trippin', which was an album that was not, they did not do the marketing wisely. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. That's often true of me. Actually, it's never distant. It's like right up there. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. The thing with Ego Trippin' is it had a very, very successful single in like 2007, 2008. The Sexual Eruption. Oh ho! Just a bunch of money here. Cha-ching. Not anywhere near enough to pay my bill, but maybe I'll remember where I live. What's this? Hello
This
now.
coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It
Ugh.
looks unhygienic.
Gross. Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
Lieutenant inspects the rig slot. Well, here, let me take a look. Actually, maybe it's working. Maybe they stuck it in the on position.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Who could have done this crime? Fortunately, we have 2 detectives here. But yeah, to get my thought out of my brain, Ego Trippin' had a hit single, Sexual Eruption, or Sensual Seduction as it was called in single form, that was released like a ridiculously long time before the album. And so it didn't really do anything to promote the album. And that was the only hit single. And so the album came out, and the album includes a line where Snoop Dogg says, "I'm the boss of this bitch, and I ain't never went gold." Because every Snoop Dogg album from his debut up to when he released Ego Trippin' had gone at least platinum, selling 1 million or more copies in the United States. So he said, I never went gold, because selling only 500,000 but not 1 million copies would be like, maybe that's good for some loser. But like Snoop Dogg never goes gold. And then Ego Trippin' didn't even go gold, because this was right around the time people stopped buying albums. But before they had new metrics. So his boast stayed true, but it's kind of sad, because Ego Trippin's a pretty cool and eclectic album. He literally says in the ad-libs in the first song, he's like, I took my time on this one. So like, I want you to enjoy it. And he's like hyping up the producer, like Teddy Riley and DJ Quick worked with him on it. Real good combination of musical instincts. DJ Quick and Teddy Riley and Snoop Dogg. And it's got like his first country, like forays into country. It's got, like Sexual Eruptions. Anyway, it's a really cool album. It's good. Nobody listened to it. Maybe that's why he stopped taking his time for a while. But now him and Dre have a new album out. I don't know if there's any Dr. Dre rapping on the album, but it's certainly Dr. Dre production. And haven't listened to it that much, but what I've heard has been real good. All right, shift my focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks. An X-shaped cross topping its tower.
Cool.
You know this to be the star of Perikinesis, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Perikinesian church, a star. A great moral height to be strived towards.
Is this related to the tattoos of stars in any way? Are we perhaps about to find that out with this check?
The church looks old and weather-worn.
No.
There are no lights in the windows.
Well, what does that mean?
Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Cool. But not enlightening in a way that advances the cause. Maybe if I go explain to Joyce how much I like this guy I met, she'll understand why I don't want to advance the investigation for her right now. And she'll just reward me anyway. Maybe she'll be impressed. You know, my detective, you're looking very put together because I have 2 shoes on. What is this? Graffiti on the wall? Hey, there's a whole like alleyway here.
This is a
Oh,
wall
yeah.
on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall? Probably not going to succeed at this, but I could retry if I get better at conceptualization. Come on, double 6s.
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
It's just a wall.
So many walls all over Martinaise. Weather-worn, cracked. Their paint peeling.
There are lots of walls. There is something about this wall, but there's a lot of walls, so who knows? There's Cunoesse from behind, but we're not gonna attack her or anything. Another splattering of bullet holes. Make note, but like, okay, fine. More bullet holes. Where does this go? It's locked. It matters not where it goes. Okay. Okay. What's this? Now I'm just trying anything. Is this the apartment building that I've already been in? Yes. Probably not advancing or getting any experience points here right now. Just need 5. I might as well. Actually, okay. Talk to Joyce again to see if there's anything new there or see if there's anyone I missed who I could talk to. Just that little bit of progress. Oh, hey, is one of my things updated? Oh. Getting my clothing on is what's done. Right? Yes, find your other shoe. A glorious success. What's this? This is, okay, 2 doors, of course. It is the same building. The 2 doors I found into the same building go to the same place. They both enter the same building. The laws of space and time hold true in the world of Disco Elysium. I should get my phone out of my pocket because my Disco Elysium playing setup does not admit me of seeing a real world clock. And since this is a surprise birthday brunch, as long as our friend Paige isn't watching this stream. Oh, sweet. I've got so much magnesium. But I'm holding out hope for boosting my morale the old-fashioned way, without relying on constant infusions of magnesium.
Good. What can I help you with?
So I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather.
She smiles
Wild
and
Pines
explains.
has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
Well, we're the ears.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
No, we didn't. You're correct, Lieutenant, that I'm grasping at straws. Thank you. That's all for now, Joyce. Take care. And again, maybe they'd pile into the mess hall every day at 1630 hours. Lots of things could happen. And meanwhile, every minute that passes, we tick closer to freeing up a brain slot to start studying, to start really reflecting on racism. 24 minutes. By 5 p.m., I will be reflecting on the wisdom of Measurehead. I was about to say trying to fake it till I make it, but that's not at all what I'm trying to do. What's this place? Is it open? Ooh, madam, you look like the kind of person who could tell me things.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm...
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
I take full responsibility for bringing the same energy that I bring anywhere into here, and I'm sorry.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Hey, curious pendant you're wearing there.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
She clutches the pendant and narrows her eyes as well. Should I beg her for money? No. I am trying to keep a small amount of pride, at least. Are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
So if I want to buy a book, I notice, do you go behind the counter?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
What types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
I mean, much more so than your pendant or your high-pitched, squeaky voice.
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves.
Aha.
She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Thank goodness for my expertise and for my strong people skills. I can figure out that she's really trying to push me to go look at the books. All right, I'll take a look.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Yeah, but could I just ask you, who's that little girl outside?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Whether she was or wasn't, I am not narking on Annette. Yeah, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yeah, a little.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Oh, you wretched, pinch-faced woman.
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
It's a 10. She's... Yeah. I'm murder police, ma'am. Not narcotics. 10. Absolutely. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
This is how I feel. But yeah. Let's be diplomatic. And that's quite the trooper. And a great value add.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
Okay. Let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Well, I know that life. Farewell for now, book peddler. All right, what are the odds that I'm going to find a book of 5 experience points? Probably pretty low. But there are places where I can have a menu.
Is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Heimdall. Let's look through this display.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision.
Heimdall.
You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall. Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God. How many of these are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world.
They'll keep giving
Man
me these
from
joke
Heimdall
titles as
and
long
the
as I keep
false
asking.
God.
That's fun.
Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow
The same
crabs.
one joke of using Heimdall more than once in the title has successfully landed with me 3 times. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more.
Incredible. Do any of these call out to me?
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Oh, what is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular
one.
man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man.
Just imagine what is going through the lieutenant's mind as he stands here and watches me like just go into like rapture at this mildly S&M coded fantasy pulp novel cover.
She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Heimdallaman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
My guy is trying to be good. Maybe he thought this before he blacked out, but he's trying. Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
I haven't scrounged enough money. Okay, well, that was not, as it turned out, a learning experience. I mean, not that we learned stuff, but not experience point worthy stuff. Sports magazines? Nah, my guy does not care about sports. The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They're all about lake trout.
A
What's
small
here?
mountain of colorful board game boxes.
Ooh.
There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Maybe we purchase a good board game, and then we go back to Cuno and Cunoesse, and we're like, hey, kids, want to have some structured fun?
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also
yes.
a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
So is it this bookstore's particular choice to cultivate, even though it's a used bookstore, very IP-specific collection? Or is this another thing about the future, where they've just converged on only having... Really, like, just the whole board game space is viral. The whole genre fiction space is Heimdallman.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
I don't know. Is there anything here that catches my
There's a
eye?
box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
Okay. If it's going to say, it says right on it, supplements module, shouldn't the side panel note that we need the base game? There's no way the shopkeep's going to tell me that. I don't have 25 real anyway, so it's academic. Well, I won't try to go behind the curtain just yet. I just want to find like an
These
astrology
shelves
book
are
that teaches me
overburdened
about those
with
stars and
books
gives me
from
10
the same
experience
series.
points.
You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Dick Mullen. Actually, maybe this will prompt a
Crime
revelation
fiction
about my own life.
is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
Especially the physical attributes. But also, I don't know. I blanked there. I was trying to make a joke about my alcoholism.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police
Instead,
work.
my alcoholism made a
glossing over
joke out of
how long
me.
it
I
takes
froze.
to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
That kind of seems more like an ICU nurse's experience than necessarily a cop's, but I don't know.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the
Also,
shelf?
there's a lot of detective fiction, especially nowadays, that gets into how the detective is a miserable piece of shit and his family hates him, or her family. But
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen.
Sherlock
Dauntless
Holmes
Dick.
joke up here.
Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Hold on, Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
All right, yeah, no shit. Any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Am I going to get an idea from that?
Come on, this is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Jeez, I'm cynical about my own profession.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
A bald man turns toward a lean man, pats him on the back. I'm having one of my disassociations. This is my precinct.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
Chester replies.
The fuck it is. And
The
these
bald man
guys
replies.
haven't heard it.
He motions to
You
the civilian
see,
sitting in the back seat.
Chester here.
Pokes his finger at the lean man. Chester faked his own death once.
Gosh, why?
One civilian looks on amazed. The bald man bellows a reply.
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close.
Cheddar mutters in
All right,
return and
so I was
turns to the
tailing
rapt
this guy
listener.
called Francis the Shoe.
The inside of the motor carriage is thick with cigarette smoke. Outside, it starts to rain.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
I don't know. I mean, he's the protagonist of a popular series of detective novels that my coworkers like to use to make fun of me. 42%, this is on great odds, but it could happen.
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It
Nope.
seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Well, whatever. I don't think it's super important. A quaint picture book brochure. Very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Maybe if I
Browsing
look closer.
through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism.
Well, how do I know that?
Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
One moment. Okay. What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
Now, I'm a serious, morose egoist.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
No.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading
You're
them is
interrupted by the
not for
shopkeep.
free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
I do not like this lady.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Well, bad news for her is I'm definitely not going to be making a purchase today. Another boring book, just discarded here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Let's take a look.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
3 of the things I'm least interested in, as far as I can tell.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Oh yeah, how does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Jeez. Why would it? You can't imagine. There's a market for this? People will read this?
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Ooh. Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium.
Oh, just rummage through all the garbage.
Harvest magnesium
That's
from.
easy.
How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver.
You just keep going.
And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Righto.
This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Can we find something truly otherworldly here?
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf.
Lieutenant, I think I'm doing the thing.
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
Wait, what's the pail?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
Okay, well, what's the book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudo-scientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire.
So, something like the, where the ghosts are.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
Right, what else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale.
Intuitively,
Readers are instructed
seems like
to
good
cover
advice.
these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pail and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
But I want the whiskey now. What does pale aging the liquor even
Among
do?
other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Well, shit, I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else do we
For
got here?
general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pail, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour.
You don't want to pale dive for
These
too long.
strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it might work for me, but all the people who see my naked body strolling, perambulating through the woods might actually find their minds more filled
This
with
is
worry.
exactly what you need.
This is what I need. Naked walking out in the pale. Anything else here?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
I wouldn't have lost my wedding ring, surely. So probably I don't need that.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
I could buy this, but I'm not going to right now.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner.
Okay.
There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Okay. So I've successfully remembered a home from the before times before I got on this journey that has me waking up with no memory. I didn't remember an actual home that I can return to. My learning cap for perception is up. Speed gives one sigh. Brilliant. Okay, well, as distasteful as it is, let's, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, then I need to, like, make a choice here. Because I gotta forget something to... I can't forget. But I can't internalize. Okay. I think I gotta stop rigorously self-critiquing myself then. I don't quite understand how this works yet. But okay, let's shut this one down for the moment. Oh, okay. You save your progress on it. That's comforting. I'm gonna lose one drama point while I do this. Okay, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Hopefully I can find those 5 experience points somewhere. And we'll have something else that we can do. Alright, lady, catch you later. Maybe there's new dialogue with the daughter. Hey, Annette.
Hello again, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book this time?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
But you're out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Right. What about like a sandwich board?
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Annette, you're cold. Can I help in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
British, hail. We're combing the area. If I get 5 more experience points, I can level up, which means I can do that white check again to maybe find out about the Lorryman without having to pressure the guy who said our friendship is over if I pressure him. So that's what I'm doing while my brain works to internalize racism. I guess I should have a word with the store owner?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
But isn't school a more important experience for a kid than this? Standing in the rain and the cold?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
And how's business?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Ah.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed? Like how?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Sounds rather serious. No, you know what? I'm going to comfort her. I don't think curses are real, Annette.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
Nah, that's just the regular trading and selling of things, child. Honestly doesn't work out for most people.
Of course, sir.
So, yeah. Well. Good talk, Annette. I'll see you around. Oh-ho. Hey, Abra. Hi. It is not that time, sweetie. Well-meaning corporal. Well, I don't know how well-meaning you can possibly be when you're here cluttering up our chat with your garbage. Boom. We're overthrowing the market for fake viewers. Uh-oh. Abra came in and opened the door very wide. So I'm just going to shut the door. Hang on a second. Hey, Abra. All right. Okay. Well, I guess... What can I do? Just keep talking to people.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
So what's all this fuck the police business? More classical music?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Never mind.
She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
I gotta run. Didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, my dear. You take care. I just have this effect on all people. Because of the misery that I exude. Checking with this guy to remind myself what the white check is.
Looking for something?
Oh, yeah, right. Half-light. I gotta level up my half-light. And even then... I don't want to go the route of saving before I do that. But I hate the idea of wasting a level up on half-light and then still just failing that check. But you know what? We'll see. None of these people are speak-toable. But maybe there's a speak-toable person over here. It says GRIH. Can't talk to any of the scabs? Guess not. Oh, thought. Ah. I remember, I figured out what GRIH means. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. This might be bad. I might be like, am I running low on things I could even try to do? Hey, Abra. It's not that time, sweetie. I don't know what to tell you. I think she wants her TRATs early because she hasn't eaten her breakfast entirely because we were at the very bottom of a dry food bag. So it's not as fresh and she doesn't like it as much. Probably this person doesn't want to talk to me, but excuse me. Oh, sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots, rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Can I wake this guy up? Probably not. Bah. I don't even know this guy. Why would I wake him up? That'd be cool. Anybody? Oh, that's not the mess hall. This is the mess hall and there's still nobody there. Right? That's what's going on? Hey, some money on the floor in the kitchen. Boom. Well, that's all very good. What could get me 5 experience points? Okay, remind myself of my tasks. Obviously this one, gotta wait till 2100 hours. What's this map? Oh, I have no map. Oh, but I have a helpful reminder of some stuff. Okay. Reminds me the white checks that have I failed all of these or are some of them ones that I just haven't even tried? Doesn't matter. I don't have a map, so it's not going to show me where to go. Okay. Once more, I'm going to go back around to the apartment building. Maybe there's someone else I can talk to in the apartment building. If I don't get any experience out of that, maybe it becomes time to bite the bullet and just be like, look, I'm sorry, man. I need to know about this lorry drug dealer. Hey, there's a person outside who I'm not sure I've ever spoken to. What's Well, hold on. Maybe we can get some more information of the old lady. Let's see.
Give me a moment.
She's having difficulty breathing. Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
And you live here?
If you can call it living.
She spits on the
I've a
floor
little
before wiping it
room
up with a broom.
Upstairs, right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Bleak. So I have a few questions about the apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed one?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
Righto. What about apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
I was talking to someone through the door. You got a squatter?
impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
She pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again, breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
And that's worse than having rats? Are you sure? Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
I mean, in Revachol, I'm not exactly sure that you're not allowed to poison the young people. At least functionally, if not on paper. Are you sure you don't mean astronomy, dear?
That's what I said. Astrology.
Okay, this actually sounds promising if we can get Padlock person to talk to us.
The lieutenant shakes his head, as though to say, let it go.
I'm letting it go. I only said it once, Lieutenant.
Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
Forget it. Doesn't matter. Pick your battles. You know this Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
She leans on her broom.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Hey, that's all. Thank you.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Oof. It's not a good cough. Okay. I don't know how to even determine which one is apartment 10 besides clicking on all of them. Oh, apartment 8. There's the clue. Door 9. Let's try knocking on door 10 again.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Alright. Do my best cop voice. This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
There's no sweet talking your way in there. Be official.
You know that I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on.
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
That was smart.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I wish it was 5 experience points, smart. Huh. You're more sharply dressed than I was expecting.
My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinaise Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand. She's got the delirious rictus grin of a late capitalist real estate agent.
Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
She's a pro.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
I mean, I can ask for your ID if I believe you're breaking in, and showing me keys does not prove that you're not. But look, I don't need your ID. No, you know what? Inspect the passport.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut. The pixie was a good one
Thank
for
you.
you.
Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Well, I mean, first off, what are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Reprehensible. Who was that previous tenant?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
Listen, all kinds of respectable people have difficulty paying their lodging bills. We shouldn't judge them.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Well, I mean, I guess if you know about this building, who lived in that foreclosed place?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Oh, dear. Perhaps we can take advantage of this.
Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Well, my heart breaks for the landlord class.
The sum must have been puny. Oh, it irks her. The incompetence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, geez, my money, I think, has also disappeared.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
But, you couldn't have lost that much money on these apartments. Kind of shabby. No offense.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable.
I haven't seen anything that suggests the spark of life.
I'll tell you, Martinaise has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
Well, technically, everything has a future.
It's as if they're
That's just
real
how time works.
wizards, able to resurrect dead real estate and breathe life into bank accounts.
Ha. So, wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Interesting. Well, that's all. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Report back. Come on. 5 experience points for solving the mystery of how the property managers, for some reason, didn't tell the building staff who they are. They don't know each other.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, I didn't find any hippies in apartment 10 or beatniks. It's just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see.
Ba-bing.
I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change, you know? The imperceptibly slow type.
Well, I hope they're good people.
There's always hope.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Thanks. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm probably not going to wind up taking advantage of this. Because like I said, but I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm going to save. I'm going to do the half-light thing. Try the intimidation again. And if it fails, I'm going to be very tempted to just go back. But let's find out. Another task done. Very nice. No, wait, that's not where I'm going. Besides not wanting to wreck my friendship with the cool guy, my budding friendship, it's not like I've known him longer than a few hours, I also really want to bully the racist lorry driver. It's a nice antidote to the fact that separately I am sucking up to an even more racist guy. Because I'm using him. Certainly not because I respect him in the slightest. Or consider his views to have merit. 2151. They're still iterating on desperate garbage made up at the beginning of the Enlightenment. To try to justify. Keep their racist attitudes justified in the context of a world where science was kind of upending it.
Looking for something?
It's still not great odds. Come on. Wait. No. Physical instrument is... Okay. For a moment, I was like, wait, is physical instrument that I have a +1 in from a muscle shirt? No. That's one specific thing. That's not the physique that goes across everything. Okay. Well, let's roll the dice, and then I gotta decide if this is something I actually want to save cheat.
Looking for something?
Because generally speaking, I don't want to do that, and I want to just see how this story plays out. But let's see.
Failing the last time was so demoralizing and puzzling that you just can't work up the rage anymore.
Okay, wait. What did I need here? I needed 13. Terrible. Okay. We're done for now. All right. I'm going to run it back. Because otherwise, maybe I want to try to figure out Cuno with expanded empathy power. Skill points can also buy new thought cabinet slots. How does that work? Oh, just like this, huh? Just click on a new one and get it? Or something like that. At any rate, that's not what I want to do right now. Because I definitely want this point for either empathy or half-light. I'm going to give it a second try for the intimidation. But I'm not going to... This is not Ultima 7, the Black Gate gambling. I'm not just going to disintegrate into reloading until I get the roll I want. I will cheat it once. Just a mild bit of cheating, because my guy is trying to, turn over a new leaf. Okay. One more try at this right now. And if this fails, I'm doing empathy and trying Cuno and accepting whatever happens. Hold on, I should check this message I just got in case it's Danielle trying to discreetly contact me about something she needs. Shoom. Okay.
Looking for something?
One more try.
Failing the last time was so demoralizing. And
how'd I roll this time?
That you just
slightly better.
Anymore.
I only came up one shy, but I'm not doing it. Not doing it a third time. But I am taking that point back. Put it in empathy. Move on. Also, since I am finding stuff to do, it might just be the case that I complete my studies in racism in faking a belief in scientific racism. And if I'm able to do that, boom. We're moving somewhere. But I'll say, this game, in exactly the same way that the Quest for Glory series of hybrid RPG adventure games really made me feel immersed. I think the combination of adventure and role-playing mechanics, such as it is in this game, it's a lot less literal with the adventure mechanics in this, and a lot more serious with the RPG mechanics, I think. But there's something about that combination that I find really, the role-playing part of an RPG is really well supported by mixing those two things together, at least in these two examples. Which is all to say that I haven't really done anything important that advanced the story today, but I'm having a great time. Just, oh wait, that thing that I said I would do. All right, let's get so empathetic it's insane. Boom. Okay, I gotta go check on Danielle. Sounds like she stepped on Abra's tail or something. Danielle gets very, very upset when she hurts Abra by accident, or if Abra is hurting anyway. I'll be right back, gang. Hang tight. Boom. We're back. Abra's tail was not stepped on. Abra just had a slip on the stairs. But she's doing okay. She's okay. Little frazzled. But not harmed. Just hanging out here with me. She'll be fine. Okay. Let's get my extremely empathetic ass in gear. See if we can figure this kid out. Oh, hold on. I might have to get up and open her door for Abra. Yeah. Abra. Abra is actually pretty smart about doors. She's a very manual kitty. You know, pulling them open. But she does it with her right paw. And so I think doors where she would have to do it with her left paw, she's not as apt. So she's just staring at it instead of going in.
Fuck, does Cuno care?
Okay. 72% chance of figuring out what's going on with Cuno. With my very high empathy. Here we go.
What's going on?
Failure.
Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons. Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Hey, Cuno. Think you can turn the Cuno down for a moment? We talk like normal people?
Trying to fuck at the Cuno! Trying to fuck at me! Trying to fuck! Cuno only gets higher! It's faster, faster, faster! Can't take the Cuno! Stay out of the reactor!
Cuno gonna fuck you up! Up, up, up!
If only I could have got one of those half-light rolls there. But okay.
You've
That's
got
fate.
to work with what you have for now.
I otherwise...
Cuno doesn't fucking care!
Yeah, I get that, buddy. I get that. Okay, how much time do I need to spend? Still an hour and 12 minutes. But we had other things we could investigate in the apartment building to kill some time. I'm going to try to kill... If I just run out of everything and I'm doing literally nothing, then I will say, okay, it was fate. I do have to, just to get movement in the story, I have to go wreck my rapport with the cool lorry driver. Elsewise, though, we're pressing on. I've got a little over an hour. Actually, no, I've got exactly an hour of real life time. So we're probably waiting till next week. To get this going. To get that body down. But okay, what was the other thing? Oh, it was, there were two things. One was just that I saw a person who I might not have spoken to out on the balcony. And the other was the foreclosed apartment. Is that this one? Yes. I think. Okay. Is this where there's a hole in the wall? Someone has torn down the wall. Okay. This does not seem like it's going to fill all this game time. But hey, they left some Nosafed and some money.
Hello again, officers.
Oh, right, Cindy.
Have you come
I've
to
spoken to
admire
her.
my mural?
Yeah. What is it that you're doing here to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
No, I can tell that. I thought you might talk to me about your vision or something.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So, you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
So wouldn't it be subversive if you said Mona was here?
She wants it to be something true and total.
What's your motivation? What's happening to my voice here? Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Wouldn't it be easier to light a trash can fire than to paint the mural?
I thought I'd mix it up. You know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Right. I got an opinion. You want to hear it?
Yeah?
I personally love public art. And I'm murder police, so I don't really care. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
All the most subversive artists hit their most productive eras once the police are their fans.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Cha-ching. Are you sleeping in the coal room, Cindy?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
Well, I don't.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
Not the nicest place, but I guess it has to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool. I have other questions,
Shoot,
though.
Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So you don't want to talk about the murder, but maybe you know something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Well, like, isn't armor, like, it's like an art. It's like art pieces for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you.
It's because you like me, Cindy. I'm winning your trust.
I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Well, I'm both a pig and a wounded dog.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Well, let's just keep poking about for now. Time's a passing. We have a lead. Can we get to the fishing village yet? I'm not even sure. How am I doing? Wait, advanced race theory? Well, we're getting there, bit by bit. Nothing to do in the coal room. Nice shadow effects. Who knows? Maybe they show up to the mess hall for 1,800 hours. We gotta keep hope alive. It'll be a good character moment if my dude just is defeated and has to be like, all right, fine. I'm wrecking my relationship with this guy. Like, blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Hell yeah. Hypnogamma. If my morale wasn't already so high. Fine mattress here. Ooh. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I do not believe that is one of the abilities. Hello, Abra. But perhaps there is some gimmick way in which that becomes a real thing later. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. If not, perhaps I hawk the shoes. Maybe Gart needs a new pair of shoes.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Right.
A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
No.
No reply.
Examine the
It's
padlock.
a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
But I'm not gonna say that to Kim, to the lieutenant, because why would I? He's just going to point out that we don't have any reason to be breaking in. Can't believe my bad luck failing that. Not like 72% is not such good odds. Oh man, more magnesium. Ooh. And I can drink some alcohol to get my physique up. Obviously, I shouldn't be drinking. But will that boost open up the white check? And wait, what does it take down? Oh, reduces my morale. That makes sense. Well, I might have to investigate that. Hello, squeaky girl. Oh, wait, we do have a reason. Because the padlock guy, I don't know if it's a reason that, like, Kim accepts yet. But if the guy in the padlock is the astronomer, he might have some insight into what these what these keys are about, or what these stars are about, and the murder victim's tattoos. Okay, let's go use that dialogue option. Was the padlock door over here? Yeah, this one.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Hey, Kim, you think we could get some chain cutters and cut
Why
the shackle?
would we want to break into some random citizen's apartment?
I don't know.
The lieutenant looks at you for a long moment, then blinks once.
I wish that this is a case where I wish I could type in a keyword. It's the astronomy thing.
I suppose if one were committed to it, there's a pair of chain cutters in the kinema.
Well, if he's gonna let me do it, let's do it. I believe the kinema is his patrol vehicle. Can't believe I wasted one of those rolls that wasn't good enough for the Half-Life check, that I could have used on the empathy check to finally understand Cuno. Not that he's... I don't know. I'm really interested also just to find out. What does understanding Cuno give to you? He does not actually seem to be like he's posing any great mystery or has any... has deep layers. Probably not going to take advantage of this save that I'm making, but if breaking into the apartment turns out to be like a real, Kim hates you now because you made him do this.
Inside,
didn't make
you
any
see
sense.
A set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right, pull out the pull-out.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
And I'd expect
Take
nothing
what
less.
you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Oh, me either, as you know, Kim. I don't even worry about my service pistol or my badge.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Work is work.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm just going to grab this rubber-handed
The
chain cutter.
handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
All right. Let's see, Kim. Well, I won't put them in my hands yet. Commit to the role-playing and say that I've shoved them in my back pocket for now or something. I'll put them in my hands when I'm actually going to use them. It's unbecoming of a detective to just walk around snapping chain cutters at everybody. Trying to maintain at least a little bit of the dignity of the uniform. Wait, this is not where I wanted to go. Wait, have I been able to walk through? No. Nope. For a moment I was like, have I always been able to go through this shanty? Appears no. This slowly progressing rat joke conversation is going great. Well, let's find it. Is this a
door
great
has been closed
bit
with a
of
padlock.
detective?
A chalk drawn
Oh,
number
no.
on the board says number 11.
Well,
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters.
the body.
And it's
Oh, come
really
on.
not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Embarrassing.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
Don't you think that's what I'm trying
Perhaps
to do?
you should give it another go.
I'll give it another go. Thank you for pointing out the shackle, Kim.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
Well, he's open to this at least. Flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. A bust.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
What is this tenant of a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Yeah. Like what? He can't complain. What? You're violating my private property? Let's rob him. No. We're not going to just rob him. Who's this person? I mean... Oh, is that the lieutenant somehow glitched? I think it is. Oh, hey, there's shoes just out here on the floor, though. Okay, so this did not produce any knowledge. Kim's come back through the wall. A little bit of money in these shoes. Shut the door. Well, that was ultimately fruitless, even though I think my intuition isn't entirely off base. That this young man in this apartment might be connected. Do we already go in this one? This one opens. Filthy bathroom. Whatever's there, we've taken. Okay. Hey, Squeaky. Jeez, this little kitty. Oh, you know what? Jeez. It's the time. It's time for her TREATs. Hey, Aber, do you want some treats? She does. All right, hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And we're back. Abra very happy, which makes me happy. Everybody wins. Okay. Where am I? Where was I going? What's this box? Probably nothing. Busted drawer on the ground. Oh, never mind. It's not nothing. Orange bum hat. And more Nosafed. Sweet. How's it coming? There's still a ways to go. If I'd known that I wasn't going to lose progress on the other one, I could have locked that in right away. Oh well. I don't think the understanding Cuno part is going to wind up being the really important part. Okay, I want to test whether I can pop some alcohol and get a half-life boost that lets me retake that half-life check, half-light check to intimidate the guy. That's a good emergent storyline. In my mind's eye, I want to overturn a new leaf, but I gotta go back to the old me to intimidate some information into this dude. If it's possible, it's cool. But since this is a mechanical question that I'm investigating, how the game works, I don't feel bad about abusing a save if it comes to that. Okay. So, if I take one charge of my magnesium to repair the morale damage I'm about to do to myself, how do I... Wait. Do I double click? And then what? No, double clicking is just to equip it. Drink?
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens.
Let's explore this. Look at
Light
it.
reflects off the green glass of the Commodore Red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds.
I mean, I made it. It's 5 o'clock. It's not even 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock right here.
The gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Pop her open.
There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now.
Home.
You see a flash
This
of
is my
teeth,
lost home.
a young woman smiling at you near some railway overpass in your ruined past. She is gorgeous, and she is yours.
Take a sip.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey
Hey,
mess.
30 experience for
So does
completing
your
a
mind.
secret task.
All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember,
From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
All right. Put the cap back on. I'm not sure if that's a multiplying bonus. Maybe that's the answer here. Just completely give in.
Looking for something?
No, it stays locked. It has to be skill points that I put in. Even though my half-light is boosted by the alcohol. Well, that's a shame. Okay. Knowing what we know now, it's fine. I had a drink. Feels good. But where do we go from here? I believe I'm approaching a point where, unless they're showing up in the mess hall, it's either find a way to the fishing village, uncover a whole area of the game I haven't explored yet at all, or bite the bullet. And just tell the guy, look, I need you to do this for me. Seems like there's nothing going on. Any new dialogue with Lena? Probably not. I don't see why there would be.
Hello again, sweetie.
Hey, sweetie, I gotta get going. Okay. Just going west to see if there's anything. Hey, can I sit on a park bench? Have a profound thought?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, cool. Good to know. So in normal circumstances, that would be how I can, hunker down and really study my racism. Hey, these folks seem like they have dialogue.
No shame. Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
This one, Gaston Martin, is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
No, that's not how it works. Shouldn't I ask what the game is?
You got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Okay, fine. If I'm getting a bonus to act without hesitation, I'll try it. Oh no. What's going on?
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work.
I'll make it work.
God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory.
Alright,
Time as frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory.
Yeah.
Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrating. Until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Alright, but where is the man ball? I take in the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind. Everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
But there's time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion.
Yes.
A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. I must let go. I must be the bullet.
Bordel de merde!
Yeah, he did not want me to throw his ball into the water.
What the hell is your problem?
Well, it's not a weak right triceps, that's for sure. I didn't just wake up and roll out of bed with a 2 physique score.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Wait. What? Did I ruin your game?
Vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
Oh, sorry. Honest mistake. Are we good?
No, we are not good, goddammit. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Yeah.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, but I can fix this. I'm resourceful.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven, and men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
I mostly just wanted to impress you with my ball throwing skills.
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
I mean, I'm just canvassing the area for information. Do you either of you fellas know anything about the man hanging back in the backyard of the Whirling and Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals,
Hold on.
I have no qualms
Hold on,
about
gang.
assisting law enforcement.
I'm being
But this
summoned.
affair
One
has
sec.
passed me by completely.
I'll be right back with you. Hang tight, gang. And we're back. Okay. And so most of the locals...
In Martinaise, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
But again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present.
Okay.
And almost no future.
He's sincere. Looks like you're playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Ah. Left by artillery fire. Why was there artillery
Why
fire
what?
in Revachol?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, hold on. You're gonna have to bear with me because I am an alcoholic fugue. Who are the communards?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
And you like, were you the artilleryman?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a boule in his fist.
Should have fought dirty. Like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
But why shell them here in Martinaise?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generation.
Oh no, sir, this is not the kids these days. I have a really bad drinking problem.
Martinaise was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Points to the northeast. Deathblow. Actually, no. Let's just nod thoughtfully.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Well, explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinaise they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
He stops mid-sentence, turns to me.
What do you think?
Ah.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Foreign powers clean up our mess, and now they rule us.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking
Wait, what?
piss in the mountains,
I'm sorry, what?
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us.
Yeah.
Sadly, that was not the case.
Old Frisel.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
An old monarchist we got here.
Instead, all that is just, holy,
Are his
beautiful
goofy
in the
clothes
world
related to this?
was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
You know what type of government would probably get rid of all the toothpaste ads and the neon signs?
This is just what the commies wanted.
Ah.
This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
And trying to get caught up here. How does Philippe III factor into this?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Oh, come on. History, we did not just fall out of the coconut tree. What about Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
Oof. And Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Beats getting guillotined. And so what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already.
No, it's not everyone. I worked hard to achieve this level of forgetting, sir.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
Doesn't matter what shapes we draw in the sand, Renee. The tides will wash them away.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Well, I don't think that's my personal fault. Thank you for your time, sir. Can we talk directly to Gaston?
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
There's something to be said for this philosophy.
Hello,
I'm
officer.
enjoying the sandwich.
How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Do you know anything, dead man, Gaston?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Oh, come on. You must have heard something more
No,
than that.
officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Well, I don't know. Lieutenant's a good guy. I'm doing my best.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Ooh, if you have Union connections, Gaston.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
I respect that.
Respects?
The old carabinier can't believe what he is hearing. It does sound a bit like you're holding back, Gaston.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Sir, Renee, come on. This is your friend.
Can
we're
I
talking
at
about.
least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Hold on. But how do you know Evrard?
Everyone in Martinaise knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
Oh, you're a teacher.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
Renee, you want to talk about moving on?
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
He's alone even when he's right here with Gaston.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Sure, Lieutenant, but...
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a Union member, Gaston?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
But so you're not an official member. You're not down on the docks.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Right.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Gaston, just setting aside Renee's little rant there. What little things do you do for Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinaise and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Oh, we're about to get interrupted.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple.
I temporarily...
Be ashamed of yourself.
I guess as soon as I knew he was only an honorary member, I was no longer hopeful he could get me in. Maybe? Thanks, that's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
I haven't eaten all day, Gaston. I hate to do this, but your sandwich looks so good. Could I have a bite?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
Oh, I wouldn't even take it personally if you just didn't want your food to touch my mouth.
The only one you have.
Okay. That's good. Bin immer noch nicht mit der Grafik warm geworden. I don't know what that means. I know some of the words in it.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
No. Bye for now, sir. Great to meet you both. Okay. So, if I need to replace the lost bull, I just need to find a replacement. There's no immediate lead. Ooh. So I'm running out of time here, but it looks like we are successfully going to learn racism before I run out of things to click on and am forced to go harm my relationship with the guy who I had a rapport with. I do gotta say, especially a, serious veteran like Rene, like, did it not occur to him to maybe just bring an extra bull? Like, I understand it could be difficult to predict that a cop was going to just wander up and pitch your bull into the ocean. But like, here in Martinaise, we have Cuno and Cunoesse. Hey, more Nosafed. I'm not really taking much health damage, but I'm stacking up on medicine. Hey, what's this place? What's going on here? Some kind of machine? Antique cash register? Film projector just whirring away in the dark? Bust of a woman? Plaque simply says DEI. Not getting into that. Oh, here's our host. Behind the glass.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Pawn shop. Oh, this is actually valuable. The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Well, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Hey, is that a bowl of bulls? I learned one new German word. The German word for makeup organizer is a cosmetic organizer. At least according to the box for Danielle's makeup organizer.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored.
I'm gonna get a bull at least?
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn away.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Don't gotta worry about that just yet. Well, I wonder if you could help our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
That's fair. I'm not going to try to enlist Roy to get the thing out of the tree. All right, that's all I got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Okay. Do you happen to have any like cop guns that were brought in recently? Maybe even by myself?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Do I even want to know how much you gave me for my gun?
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Okay, wait. I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions.
Oh, yeah.
The unhealthy kind.
You gotta keep away from photons.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was that like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and
that
you
this
can't
checks out.
trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money.
I wish I'd used that money to pay my my lodge, my board. But okay, this checks out with what I've otherwise heard about.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it.
All right, yeah.
Then I agreed to take it.
I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of this. Yeah. How much did I sell it for?
15 real.
Wow.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though.
I mean, come on, Lieutenant. Are either of us that shocked at this development?
This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there, too.
Okay.
In case you didn't notice.
Making amends. I'm so sorry, Roy, that I came in here like that. That I did the suicide threat thing. I've been doing too much suicide threatening to other people. I'm glad that it didn't cause you to quit your job. But yeah, we don't have to talk about this anymore.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Was the buyer a police lady?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig.
Cindy?
Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive.
Cindy
But I was
Cunoesse?
just happy to get rid of it.
Cunoesse?
And of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinaise with it?
Why are you looking to me to get this right? Roy's the one who knows about this, Lieutenant.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I'm sorry I sold my gun.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Oh, we're very focused on the investigation.
This mess. He means your mess.
But he's a good guy, so he's saying this mess and not your mess. Roy, any idea where she went?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Did she have spray paint stains on her hands? Did she smell like coal? Did she look like she'd been huffing gasoline?
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Okay, boom. Case not closed, but closing. Or something. At least I know.
Of course.
Okay, well. Hey, Roy. I got no other business to take care of here. So. Well, except... No, I can't click on those. I really thought this might be my ticket to purchasing a replacement boule. Maybe clicking elsewhere is.
A typical Martinaise streetlight sits.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do a
floor
Canadian
and
gimmick with the
paper
apologizing, but I committed in my mind to like in the harsh light of day and with his memory stripped, like this guy does not want to be the guy who he apparently is. So like constantly being horrified when I find out who I am and apologizing for it. Okay. I can hear everyone's gathering. The surprise arrival is for noon, which is 10 minutes.
The rest of the trinkets displayed on the
So,
table.
let's
Some
do this
on
knick-knack
horseback,
stand.
others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
I'm gonna... Until I have a clearer sense of who she might be, we're gonna hold off on making any purchases with our small amount of money. Only 5 minutes. So, all right. We got to wrap up here. This was sort of an interregnum episode, but frankly, this game is written and executed in a way that just poking around doing nothing felt like part of a story. Frustrating that my level up I wasn't able to channel it into succeeding on a new white check, but we will, within 5 minutes of game time next time, crack it open with the race theory thing, which we don't believe. We're internalizing it to pretend to believe it, to trick a racist who we have contempt for. And then hopefully later also we'll bully a different racist, and that'll feel good too. Time will tell. Yeah. But this is a rad game. I continue to really, really enjoy this. So check it out. What do we got coming up? I think it's probably going to be another week before I know if I'm settling into a winter groove where I can do some pop on, during the weekdays, usually in the evenings type streams. But I really feel like I want to try that this term, and I feel like maybe I have my large amount of work in recent years has paid off at my job, where I can do the same job I always do with a little less commitment of my mental faculties beyond regular working hours. We'll see. What I can say for sure is, barring some disaster, and actually I saw that Greg was texting, we're canceling our in-person tabletop session, so maybe there is a disaster and there won't be Greg and James beat 'em up on Wednesday. But if there is, it will be on Wednesday. If there's not, I'll do something on Wednesday. Then don't know when Friday Night Frosthaven is going to be. It's currently scheduled for Saturday, but we're going to talk about it, figure out exactly when we want to do it, and we will do it, and that will be fun, playing Frosthaven. Next, I can't say if it'll be Saturday, because if we're doing Frosthaven on Saturday, I'm not doing a stream on Saturday. Sometime soon, when Frosthaven's off of Saturdays and back onto Fridays where it's supposed to be, we're going to start Space Quest 5 on Saturday. Lots of stuff going on. 2 weeks from yesterday, 13 days, if all goes according to plan, knock on wood, I'm going to start Adventures of Lolo 2 for the Famicom. But the really fun part of that is it's going to be my first effort to do an in-character drag stream. It won't be James with games, it'll be Jamie with games, and I will be in my new drag persona doing a silly voice. That should be fun, or just horrible and embarrassing. Who knows? I'm excited, and I hope you are too. And of course, before you know it, it'll be next Sunday. And maybe finally we'll get a long session in. I don't know. But definitely we'll be playing more Disco Elysium. We'll be getting somewhere with Measurehead. We'll be moving forward. We'll be having a great time, because this is a great game. This is really great. And I'm barely even started. 3 sessions in. Awesome. That's it. That's all. That's all there is. If you stuck around to the end, then thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're doing something sometime soon, schedule's a little hectic so far in the new year, we're settling in, we'll get there. Take care of yourselves. And be kind to everyone you meet.